Stitchy friends, welcome to Cross My Stitches. My name is Jackie and today is November 5th, 2020. It is Thursday in the morning. You can see my camera's a little angled and I got a different view because I'm in the new house. Yay! So we did close on the house and got moved in. If there's a little bit of echo on this video, I apologize. This room doesn't have a lot of stuff in it yet. This will be my craft room. And as you can see, I have a light here, so I have to angle the camera away from the window in order for it to be light enough to see everything. And you can also see that I have a curtain rod hanging up with all my fancy flosses because that was what I wanted to do with them. I wanted them out. I wanted to be able to see them. Of course, it will have not these silver rings, but it has cafe clips. I just haven't figured out where I stuck them in what box yet. So as soon as I'm able to locate them, I will put them up. Probably with the colors, you know, color families all the way across, something really cute. But that's how I wanted to hang my fancy floss. I got a couple of pictures up here that I've done long ago. This one I did in the 90s. It is a Sudbury tray and it has a spring design in it, but I wanted it up on my wall. I'm sure most of you have seen that already. That is from, and this is just so in case you're new, and I do have, okay, I'll talk about that in a minute. Okay, this is Dale Burdett. She was a designer back in the 80s and 90s. That was from one of her books. It was a kitchen book. This here is Carrot from the Cricket Collection. And this here is a Jeremiah Junction design that got me back into cross stitching in 2017 because I had found it partially finished and wanted to finish it. And I did, and that got me all hyped up to do cross stitch again, which was awesome. I'm so glad that did. Sorry. For those of you that are new to the channel, thank you so much for watching and subscribing. I've gained about at least 50 new subscribers since the last video that I shot, which is absolutely awesome, which means somebody somewhere must have shouted me out and I don't know about it. So if you're new to my channel and you heard about me from another floss tuber, please let me know so I can thank them for the shout out. I haven't watched a ton of floss tube because of everything that was going on with packing and moving and trying to get all this stuff done and then unpacking. I know those of you who have been through this before, not fun to move, and this will be my last move. So, and I'm happy that I have my craft room back and I can start organizing again, and we'll talk about the organizing later in the video and what I'm going to ask you guys about, and you can comment. This room right now is it kind of looks blue in the video, but it is purple. Excuse me. Allergies are acting up because I just went outside and walked the dog, so now it's going to start. I want to make sure I walked him before I started this because I didn't want him in here whining, having to go out. But they look blue, but they're more purple. I really am going to change the color of the room. I have a color that I have in mind, but it probably will be a while before I go to paint anything. So we're going to take one step at a time. There's a lot of work that we have to do around the house, a lot of things we have to accomplish. So it's while we're working, we do what we can. So. But I wanted to get my stuff unpacked and up on the wall. I'll take it back down and paint if I have to. I just want my stuff up. So right now, this is pretty much all of my cross stitches up in my room right now is this right here. And I'm glad to have it up. So as I'm going through things, I'm trying to figure out how I want to set up the room and stuff. And one of the things that I love was Kim at the Contented Stitcher. She's a brand new floss tuber. She's been a Facebook friend and a Instagram friend of mine for a while, and if you haven't watched her, you need to go over and check her out at the Contented Stitcher. I will put a link down below. She has the most awesome craft room. I am so in awe of all her stitching and how her room looks, and hopefully I'll get there at some point, but it is just awe-inspiring to see it all up against the wall behind her, and she gives a tour of her room. One of the first videos, actually the first video she shot was of her craft room, which was phenomenal. And if you are a stitcher of Brenda Gervais, if you like Blackbird Designs, if you like that sampler, primitive style. She is a stitcher you do not want to miss because she does a lot of that. She does other stitching as well. She does cutesy stuff too, but most of her stuff on her walls is more Brenda Juvet, Plum Street Samplers, Blackbird Designs. So it's just awesome. So make sure you go over and check her out and give her some flosstube love. I have got a little bit of stitching in between moving and unpacking, and I'm going to share with you what I've been working on in the last month. It's not a lot, but it is something. And I also want to share some things that I have purchased, and I think that's it. I don't have much right now. I really don't want to give you a tour of anything because everything is such in disarray right now, and I try to stop touching my desk because I can see I'm shaking the camera, so I'm going to back up a little so I'm not shaking the camera as I'm talking. So, what have I been working on? Well, I started something new, and I actually started this on election night because I needed something that to keep my hands and mind busy while the election results were coming in, and I know they're not in yet, and it's tugging the hearts of every American, whether you're a Democrat, Republican, Independent. We just want to know. We just want to know the results. So I started this, I dug it out, I just wanted something simple to stitch, and it is out of the Just Cross Stitch magazine, and all I have is the printout because I have the digital subscriptions, and it's just a pattern that says Joy. So, and this is where I'm at with it, and I decided to put some sparkly in here, so I am using a DMC, and it's called, I want to say it's called Diamant. It's let me see, hold on. Let's see if I can reach, if it's in this bag. Hold on. We'll see if oh, I did. I put it back. Shocking. I never put anything back where it's supposed to be. So it's called this here. You can see that. I'm trying to get the glare off of it. Diamant Grande. And it's one of the flosses that I was going to use for Santa of the Forest. So I wanted to try it out and see how it was. So this is it here. It's almost like Kryneck. It's very Kryneck. But you can see I'm making the stars like a gold shimmer. So just a little, it's probably going to be a pillow ornament I bought. And I didn't show you guys. I had went thrift shopping. We had to go down to Tennessee to go banking. Our bank is Bank of America, and there's none here where we live. We had to drive down and get a cashier's check from Bank of America for the closing of the house. And I hit a couple of thrift stores, which was awesome. And I got this beautiful two-tiered basket, which I'll share at some point. And I want to put cross-stitch pillows and stuff in it. It's going to be beautiful on a table, my soon-to-be dining room table at some point, because I haven't got a formal dining room set yet. And this will be one of the pillows that will go in there for Christmas. I also got over at that thrift store a new chandelier for $18 for the dining room. The one that's here in the house now, I'm not overly thrilled with. It is too much for the area that it is. It's not what was, I don't know where it came from. I'm sure it's not the original one. It's not the original chandelier that was in that dining room. And it is definitely not my taste. So I did pick up one that I really love, but it's chrome. It's a chrome color, and I think I'm going to spray paint it. Either a bronzy color or a more gold, but not a bright gold, a more toned down, because the house is painted mostly in tans and browns. So when I get a chance to do that, my husband will flip that chandelier up. But I got those two things, which was awesome. I also didn't tell you guys back in August that in August in Kentucky, heading up to Ohio, they have the world's longest yard sale that happens in August at that time. And my husband and I and my brother Eric went. My brother-in-law Eric went, and I got this most fabulous chest, and it is covered in either leather or faux leather. Right now it's loaded down with my cross-stitch stuff in the move. That's where I put everything in that chest. So I really can't show it to you, but when I get it emptied out, I want to show you guys that chest. It's beat up, but I think I can refinish it somehow. So I have to figure it out, but it's a really gorgeous chest, and it's not really big. So I'm excited to be able to finally show you guys that chest once I get myself situated in here. Anyway, I don't know how I get off on these little tangents. Things I think of in my head, I got to talk about them or I'll forget. So I started that. I'm still working on that. So I'm going to continue with that with this thread. I'm not sure if I'm going to use this on Santa of the Forest now because it is a little difficult to work with. I haven't figured it out yet. We'll see. I also was working on my Four Seasons band sampler. This is also out of Just Cross Stitch magazine. And you can see this is a printout because I have the digital copies. And this is from the 2011 Just Cross Stitch magazines. It was in 4 separate issues for spring, summer, fall, and winter. And I got the spring done. I haven't got this band. I need to get this band done, but that's the second one. So this is where I'm at. I'm so thrilled with it. It's such a cute design. And there it is. I didn't iron this one. But love the bunnies and the trees and the butterflies. It's so cute. So I'm glad to have at least one of the seasons done. And I'll work on and it has a lot of specialty stitches in it. So it has, I don't know if I can hold this and talk at the same time. It has, this is satin stitches in here. And then it has eyelet stitches in the butterflies. It has this stitch right here, which is some kind of herringbone stitch. I don't know what it's called, but it's really different and neat. And I'm trying to see if there's anything else. I think that's all the specialty stitches. This is 1/1. The words are all 1/1. So really fun to work. Really enjoyed working on it. So got 1 season down, 3 to go. I also have been working on my Santa of the Forest. You guys know I'm trying to get this done before the end of the year. I'm working on this with my friend Kim in Florida. She's working on hers. She had made a mistake in his beard and she had to do a lot of frogging. So my heart went out to her because it was white and pulling a lot of white out is not fun. But I think she's got it all frogged out and she's back to trying to get it put back in again. And I have been working on the dove right here. That's where I'm at right now. And I got it on a board because it just makes it easier. And there he is. So as you can see, I've got all this, I got to fill in. It's a different color on the dove. Finish that, put his beak in and his eye, and I'll have him done. I'm really trying to focus on, I got this part done as well, this little bit right here. I'm really trying to focus on finishing off all of this here. And then I want to move up. And I did a little bit of the owl. The owl's a little confetti-ish, so I'm only doing a little bit at a time, so I'm not overwhelming myself with trying to change out flosses all the time. And then I want to work on his face. I'm probably going to do his staff and all the beading or cry neck, whatever I decide to use in here last, because this is his staff that comes all the way up. But he's coming along beautifully. I'm so happy. I am going to pick him up again some point today and try to get him finished. Not finished, get the dove finished or get it going at some point. I had to pick up that particular color. I couldn't find it and I had to unbury all my stuff and find the right color because I was missing it. And he will get done. He will get done. I am determined to get him done before the new year because Kim and I want to start another lavender and lace at the first of the year. And I've already got it picked out. I've already got it kitted up. And even though I really don't need to start anything new, I really want to do this because I'm just loving Santa. I am loving the fact that he is just so gorgeous. And really, when I show him on camera, it really does not do him justice. His colors are so bold and so rich. And the shading on it, it's not confetti, but it's beautiful. Just beautiful, beautiful shading on lavender and lace pieces. So, absolutely love it. Can't wait to get them done. Don't know if I'm going to get them framed in time for Christmas or anything, but I definitely want at least to get them done by the end of the year. I have several pieces that I want to get framed, especially Christmas pieces right now. Either framed or finished in some way before I start decorating for Christmas. So I will be clearing off this desk and start finishing. I have my Stony Creek Oh, what's it called? The one with the two Christmas trees. And it was peace, love, and something across the bottom. I'm sure you guys know what I'm talking about. Some of you know what I'm talking about. It was that I finished it earlier this year. Beautiful, beautiful piece. Same piece that Christine from Stitch All the Things did. And really want to get, and I have the frame for it. I just need to get it matted. Not matted. I need to get it pinned and laced and in the frame and the whole shebang so that I can put it out for this Christmas. So those are the things that I have been working on. I do have a finish, so I'm going to show that next, and that is the Lord's Blessing from Imaginating, and I did make changes to this. I've talked about it before. I took the border off. I didn't feel like it needed the border. I took out the small words along the bottom. I felt like the give thanks was enough, and I also took out that little just dangling star out of the middle of nowhere. So, and the colors on this, the picture again this picture doesn't do it justice. I was looking at, when I purchased this, I'm like, I'm really not thrilled with those colors, but once I pulled them and started stitching, it is beautiful. And of course it's on my board here, so I'm going to flip it this. And this is fabric that I hand dyed myself. Oh, it's coming out good right there. So can you see that color? It's more of a light orangey, tanny. It's a really pretty fabric. I don't know what it's going to look like when we get close, but you can see the modeling. It's got a lot of, yeah, you can see the modeling and it's beautiful. It took me 3 tries to get that fabric right. And there it is right there, finished. Yay! I love it. I love the pumpkin is more muted. It's not as bright as in the picture. And I'm going to go through my frames and see if I can find a frame and get this thing framed because I want it up. So I'm going to work on that this weekend and see if I can't get that resolved and get it framed in time for Thanksgiving. So those are the things that I've been working on. I'm happy to have some stitching in through everything that I've gone through in the last month with everything. It was good to at least take a little bit of time and get some stitching done. I'm still working on stitching a few nights a week, not every night. Some nights I come home and I start trying to clear out boxes and trying to organize and straighten things out. Other days I just flop myself down and start stitching. And then there's always those days where I'm having a bad day medically and I just come home and I'm exhausted. I'm mentally and physically exhausted and I just can't do any stitching because I can't see. So I'm glad to have that done. So I hope you guys are getting a lot of stitching in. I hope that you're not letting what's going on in the country right now in the US affect you too much. And stitching for me is a relaxing, it calms me, it gives me something else to focus on instead of what's going on. So I really need that as a healing tool. I hope you guys are using it in the same way, that just shut off the TV. Sometimes I have to do that. Just shut off the TV, shut everything off, put a floss tube on or something else on YouTube that I can listen to while I stitch, and try to block out the world for just a little while. So let's see, what else do I have to show you? So what have I purchased? Not a lot, a few things here and there. I don't know if I talked about this before or not, so I apologize if I had. I had won a giveaway with 2/2 stitchers, which is Susan and Beth. And so this is the one that I won. I think I showed you guys this before, but I couldn't remember. So I'm going to link them below. 2/2 stitchers. I really enjoy watching them. I haven't seen a floss tube for them for a few weeks now. I'm going to have to go back and look. I might have missed it, but I'm trying to keep up on them because I enjoy their different stitching styles, and so it's nice to watch. So thank you so much, ladies, for the pattern. And of course it's dogs, so I'll have to stitch one. I'll have to stitch it up and put it over with, we have a hanging little doghouse leash thing on the wall in the kitchen to hang the dog's leashes and his sweaters and stuff. And I have another Lizzie Kate that I had stitched up that's near it, and I'm going to stitch this one up and put it with it. And of course it did come with a little charm, which is nice. So I'm going to do that. So I got that, and then I got, just last night, I got my October Floss of the Month from Trish and 3 Owl Threads. So Lots of more beautiful. I get the gas 10-yard skeins because I like the bigger skeins. And I got all these beautiful colors, just gorgeous. I love that. It's like a bubblegum. Yeah, it's bubblegum pink. And I guess that was backstocked because we're already in the M's, I think, and we got a bubblegum. So I'm sure that was one that we missed from before. Just lots of beautiful, more springy colors, which is nice because now's the time to start stitching. I know everybody wants to stitch for fall and for winter. I'm the same way. I like to stitch in season, but sometimes I like to stitch ahead so maybe I can get something done before the season hits and get it framed and up. So we'll see. But thank you, Trish. Beautiful. Love them. Love my flosses. And of course, they'll go up there. And then I went on, I don't know who was talking about, it might have been Leslie Hurley, was showing Checkered Stag. She was working on that pattern. And she had mentioned, and I'm almost sure it's her, and I could be wrong, I'm sorry, Leslie, if it wasn't you, but it was mentioned about it being in not only the single pattern that you can purchase, but it was also in the Sampler and Antique Needlework Quarterly magazine that is now no longer available, but they did CD of the whole series of magazines. There was like 80 magazines in here. So of course, I had found out about a couple of different patterns that I really liked that were in this, so I wanted to get it. So I went over to Amazon, I made a purchase, and I'm still going through it slowly but surely, but not a lot that is my style. Just a couple of patterns that I liked, but nothing so far that just jumps out at me that I have to have, because I'm not that much of a sampler or prim stitcher. I do like those, and there's several that I own that I really want to do, but a lot of it is not my style. So I may end up putting this up on one of the unload groups. We'll see. I'm not sure, but I got it. I got my December issue of Just Cross Stitch magazine and love that pattern. So cute. Love that one. The only thing I don't like is I think they have the female bird just a little too yellow. I may have to fix that. She is more of a muted brown than she is that yellow. So she may have to be changed because I don't think she has that bright red. Everything she is, she's more muted. He's bright and beautiful. The female is muted. So I may have to change that coloring if I decide to do that, but absolutely love that design and definitely going into my list of I need to work on that. I picked up this pattern that I had been eyeballing for quite a while, and I think I got it on eBay because the price was right. So it is Lottie Does Love Abide, and I love that tree. That tree just did it for me. And the saying, which is really cute, not cute but nice, in our home let love abide and bless all those who step inside. And I thought that was really beautiful. I would love to put that in my entryway at my front door. Right now I hung up cardinal points over by my entryway at the front door so people see that when they walk in. But I really would like to put that on there. This one I also picked up on eBay. It was, there's a series of these. This one's the autumn one. It's called Autumn Thanks with that beautiful cute pumpkin. I've seen this done up before, and again, the picture does not do it justice, even though it looks nice on that picture. It is just beautiful in person, so I'm looking forward to doing that. And then the last thing is I had talked about, on my last video, about buying threads for Teresa Kogut's Land That I Love. I had bought the threads. I didn't have the pattern. Why would I buy the threads? Somebody posted, oh look, you got a packet of Weeks Dye Works threads for, so I was like, yeah, me please. And I'm like, why? Why would I do that? I don't have it. So of course I had to turn around, order the Classic Colorworks that's for it, and then order the pattern that's for it. So the pattern, and it's so, look at that. Who could not love that design? It is just gorgeous. It's huge, but I love it. Anything patriotic. So I did order the Classic Colorworks and the pattern from my friend Lindsay over at crossstitchingsupplies.com. I've talked about her shop many, many times. She is awesome to deal with. She is so quick on shipping, and I think she changed her free shipping now. It used to be anything orders $15 or over, you could get free shipping. She now has it at $25 because of the shipping hikes, but still $25 and then free shipping is just an awesome deal. I will post her shop below. So if you're interested in checking out her shop, she has a lot of awesome designs and fabrics. She's always adding to it, so it's getting bigger and bigger. So those are the things that I purchased. I will admit that I went a little crazy on election day and did some shopping. So it is coming. I have several orders that I placed on election night because I was stress shopping, and I heard that most of America stress shopped on election day for the same reasons. So we are looking forward to the next month where you guys can see what exactly I was purchasing on election day. And I think that is it. I don't have any other, I'm looking real quick to make sure, don't see anything else. The only other thing, well, there was a couple of things, but I started trying to organize my craft room. So I bought a 4-drawer filing cabinet, which is sitting directly across from me, to put all my patterns in. And I just can't figure out how to get it organized. I'm having the worst time trying to figure out how to categorize my stuff so I can find it. When I had it in my closet just standing in file holders or magazine holders, or whatever you want to call them, I had it by vendor or by designer. So that's how I kept it. You know, all the Plum Street together, all the Prairie Schooler together, all the Blackbird designs together. But when I got the filing cabinet, I really wanted to do it by category, because if I want to stitch a particular thing, I don't want to go through every single designer to see what I have. I want to go through Christmas or Halloween, or I want to stitch birds in spring, or if I want to stitch, you know, I want to see all my patterns together so I can look at them, decide what I want to start, what I want to kit up, those kind of things. So I started putting them in the filing cabinet and doing it by category, but I'm really struggling with the categories and how to get it right. I have several patterns. I had a binder, I had a thick 3-inch binder full of patterns I just printed out that were freebies and stuff that I wanted to keep, and I took them all out of the binder the other night and separated those into those categories, got manila folders to put them inside the hanging file folder so they're printed patterns, and I'm just struggling. I'm struggling with getting it the way I want, that I can find what I'm looking for. Very frustrating. I'm wondering if I should do some kind of spreadsheet or something to tell me what's what is where. So if I have a category, what's in that category? Because when I go to put it away, I want to put it away in the same one I took it out in, and I still have multiple. I have a stack of patterns that I don't have in a category. Don't know, should I just make them miscellaneous? What should I do with them? So it's just a struggle. So how are you guys organizing your stash? I don't have a ton, but I have enough to be irritating at this point. So I'm like, I just don't know. But I want to be able to find what I'm looking for. I am a seasonal stitcher. I like to stitch the seasons. I love seasonal stuff. I have patriotic, and my patriotic thing is like 4 hanging file folders full. My Christmas one too, it's just full. You know, I have holidays, I have seasonal. If I have more than 1 or 2 patterns of a particular category, I make a file folder for that. I just feel like it's just not getting organized. I may probably just need to sit down, take it all apart again and figure it out. But what a pain in the butt to get it organized. And then the fabrics are the same thing. I have like a little square 9x9 tote that is full of my 28 count even weaves and linens. And then I do mine by count. So I have 28, 32, 36, 40. And then I have some Aida, and Aida is kept separately. So even in linen, I intermix. So I started using these bags from Amazon to put my fabrics in if I don't have a ton. So 28 has its own bin, but 32 has 3 of these, 36 has 1, 40 has 1. and it just don't feel like I'm seeing it all. And I'm wondering, is there a better way to do it? I don't know, because I'm constantly rifling through it looking for stuff. And I know some people probably keep it out all nice and folded in a shelf or whatever. I don't know if that'll work, or if you keep yours all in plastic. I tried to remove it all from plastic because I feel like that suffocates the fabric, and I'd rather leave it out and open and aired. So I'm still trying to figure that one out. I love this idea with the floss. I may get another rod to do DMCs, because I've started using thread keeps for my DMC. So instead of bobbinating it. So we'll see. If I ended up with a second rod below it with some DMC hanging from it, working on that. So I think that's it. I can't think of anything else. This is a short video because I haven't had much going on. Hopefully by the next video I'll be able to show a bunch of FFOs and other things, and those kind of things. Thanks again. For those of you just here for cross stitch, thank you so much for stopping by and visiting with me, spending time with me. I love you all. I hope everyone has a wonderful Thanksgiving. I'm sure I will not video again until after Thanksgiving. And so I'm hoping everyone in the U.S. has a wonderful, wonderful holiday that's spent with family and friends, and turkey and all the dressings or whatever meat of your choice. Turkey is usually ours because that's about the only time of the year that we actually cook a whole turkey, and then we eat on it until we're sick of turkey for the next year. So that is my plan. If those of you that are looking for, wondering about my health and stuff, I'm still working on it. Trying to get into doctors right now is nearly impossible. I've been having issues with bradycardia, which is your heart rate is lower than normal. So I've had that for several years, and I'm starting to get heart flutters and stuff like that, which is very disturbing while I'm at work. So I did make an appointment and got in to see a heart specialist. It is next week, so hopefully he'll be able to give me some information. And my doctor set me up with a neurologist, but unfortunately the neurologist is in Lexington, and they're so busy that I don't have an appointment till February. So, which is really concerning, because I really need to see one before then. We don't have a neurologist here in Somerset, or Science Hill is where I'm living now, which is outside Somerset. So I'm hoping the heart doctor will be able to help me out. I did find out that there are 2 employees where I work that have the same condition, but I believe I have, which is dysautonomia. And you guys can look that up if you want. It is an autoneurological system or disorder. And my doctor, my primary care, without me saying anything what I thought it was, when I told her the symptoms, she told me what it was. She said, I think it's this. And I said, yes, that's exactly it. That's what I'm touching the camera again. That's exactly what I think it is too. So now it's just a game of trying to get the diagnosis that I need so we can figure out how to address it. We're working on it. We're working on it. I'm doing okay. I have good days and bad days. It's okay. I'm okay. It's a lot to deal with, and Randy is just absolutely awesome, is always concerned and making sure that I'm doing okay, and I'm sure we'll get it all figured out. I'm not worried. I'm not going anywhere. I have a lot of stitching to do and a lot of life to live now that I have my new home, and I want to, enjoy that. So that's what I'm going to do. So I appreciate everyone's care and concern. And I love this community. Thank you so much for coming and watching so that I have an opportunity to share what I love. Oh, and I will say there was a woman that approached me at the store last week. And if you're watching this, please leave me a message below, because I can't remember what you said your name was. And she lives in Monticello, Kentucky, which is just south of Somerset. I'm living just north of Somerset. But she approached me and told me she had seen me on flosstube, and that she really loved my videos and wanted to know if we were going to do the stitchy get-togethers again at the library. And I told her, I said, just leave me a message and who you are so I can have a contact for you, and we'll get together and stitch. So if it's you, please leave me a message below, and tell me your name and email address or something, or email me at crossmystitches@yahoo.com. And I leave all that information below on each video, and let me know who you are and you were the person that approached me at the store, and so that we can get together and set up a stitching time so that we can do some stitching together. That would be awesome. That would be absolutely awesome. I have no stitchy friends here, so anybody that I meet, it's awesome that I can hook up with them and have someone that shares my love of cross stitch. So again, thank you so much. I'm going to cut this short right now. Hopefully this video will get uploaded. We have new internet here. It's supposed to be faster. So they told us 100 MBS, is it MBS, MPS, you know, 100 whatever. And so when we got here, because we had 10 before, so it took me forever to upload videos. And Summer said it was 10. So it was supposed to be 100 here. I was like super excited. I said my videos will just pop right up. That'll be awesome. We get here, the video people come, the internet people come. We got Dish TV is what we got, and they're uploading in Dish, and they're like, no, it's 35. It's not 100, it's 35. I'm like, ah. I said, but that's still faster than I had before, so we'll see how fast it uploads. So anyway, happy stitching, everyone. Happy Thanksgiving. And I will catch you at the end of November, beginning of December, and hopefully have a ton more stuff to show you, and then maybe get into some other things. Oh, wait. I forgot. I could show you my scarf that I was making. Remember I said I was working on my loom? Look. I forgot to show you guys. It is done. I just got to take it off the loom. But look at the ripples. Isn't that gorgeous? I'm going to make a blanket out of this. Not this particular piece, but out of this pattern, I'm going to make a blanket. But this is how my scarf came out. So, and this is one cake. It was multicolored. So you can see how it skips and goes into the next color, into the next color. And there it is. So what I'm thinking is I'm going to take this off, finish it off, and I'm probably going to make it into a tube. I'm probably going to connect this so it's just round, you know, like this, so I can make the scarf. I don't think I'm going to leave it like this. We'll see. But maybe the next time you see me, I'm sure the next time you see me, I'll be showing it off and wearing it, show you what I did with it. But love doing this. If you have a loom and you've never tried it before, give it a try. There are so many different videos out there, just like flosstube. There are several looms. Lumahat.com. She has a a YouTube channel. She teaches you how to do loom knitting. Christine at Good Knit Kisses. Good Knit, and K-N-I-T, Good Knit Kisses. She has a lot of videos. There's several out there. So if you want to learn how to loom knit, there are a lot of awesome videos out there. And it's lots of fun. It's relaxing. I was doing this in my car on my lunch breaks when I needed just my mind to get off of work. And so I'm going to finish that up. So yeah, I was working on that too. Okay, that's it. I swear that's it. We're done. You guys have a great day. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.